welcome to today's episode of Sofa Sessions, where we're actually on my sofa and we're really happy because we've got Nicola Lewis, aka This Girl Can Organise, aka TGCO, with us today. In case you haven't heard of her, I mean, how could you not? She is the brilliant mastermind decluttering the whole of Instagram right now, but also she is going to come and help me organise my life. She doesn't know about this after, just to let you know. So yeah, thanks for coming.
You're welcome, girls.
So, for those of you who don't know, I am super organised, super OCD, everything's in its place, and Sam is not. So she tried to make some changes since New Year. She tried to make some changes, and she has been very good with it. But just because of time and everything, I'm not going to help her out anymore.
It's all down to me.
Yeah. So
can't wait.
Just give us a bit of background. When did this all begin? Have you always been organised?
Super organised.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I started the business in April 2017. And I guess I get asked this question a lot, you know, are you super organised? Well, of course. But I think it's just come from, you know, my childhood really, because my mum is like the queen of organisation. My nan was incredible in terms of upcycling. And so I think that was a real excellent kind of base really for me to kind of grow and learn from.
But then you went into banking in the city, right?
Yeah.
So how did Nicola go from working in the city to This Girl Can Organise taking Instagram by storm?
I know. So it is crazy. I was really lucky to get into a brilliant investment bank right at the beginning, and I just learned so much. But I knew it wasn't my scene. Like every time I would walk into the office, I was like colour, energy, fun, and it was just grey and can we be quiet, please? Yeah. And so imagine, you can't. Do you know what? I used to sometimes sit there. I mean, sometimes it depends. It was really fun. And then there was moments I thought, what am I doing here? And I felt trapped. I did feel trapped. And it did have a massive effect on my mental health. And it wasn't like I could just go, oh, I'm going to get up and leave. Because, you know, when you get a house, you have a family, you get commitments. And so it was tough. It was really hard juggling childcare with a fabulous salary and perks. That's hard to let go of.
Yeah, this is the juggle here.
Exactly.
To introduce our extra guest on the couch.
We've got a little extra presenter today.
Due to childcare problems.
So it just took like full term really. I did leave the city after my second daughter and tried something local, which was fabulous. I worked at Harrods Aviation, looking after like celebs and royalty, and you know.
And that sounds amazing.
So much fun. It was like I was playing all the time with like, you know, walkie-talkies on the runway. It's just like,
I can so imagine this. Yeah.
And I had the scarf and everything. I was just like, woo! And it was brilliant fun. And I think that gave me a little bit of an injection to what I wanted. Sadly, the golden carrot was dangled in front of me to come back into the city to a job, which I knew from the first day when I walked in it wasn't right. But tried to give it my best shot until I got made redundant. And then my husband just said, this is the time to move on. This is the time for you to do what you love. And I was like, what is it? I was lucky, I had gardening leave and I was able to just sit and research what I wanted to do and what was I good at. And I just wrote everything down. And then we happened to come across...
This is good advice for anyone who kind of doesn't really know where they're at, where they're going.
It really is. It is not to panic. And plus, I got made redundant in December at Christmas. The worst time. And that really could have propelled me into another world.
I think also you don't ever see in the moment that this could be the making of you. And like it's the beginning of something, you know, the end of something terrible.
Definitely. And I think... you know, for me, I just had to make sure all my goals were in front of me. I had vision boards. I had everything around me, support and love, that I knew that whatever it was going to be fabulous. And it was really a light bulb moment where I just thought, wow, this is what I love doing. And for the fact that my skill sets were listening, organising, obviously decluttering, but being with people. I'm such a people person. So I started the website. I did it old school. I did the website first.
Yeah.
And, you know, ploughed into logo, ploughed into, you know, writing procedures, you know, all the business background that I'd got went straight into that. And the Instagram didn't really start till really about November, December that year, 2000.
18 months ago.
Yeah. And so
that's it. You've been 18 months on Instagram. You're almost at 100,000.
I know.
Wow.
It's
How
mad.
amazing.
And it's, do you know what, it feels great? Because I've always said the numbers are great. I never actually think that they are real, if that makes sense. But the DMs are real.
Yeah.
And I have always loved that.
The best attitude to have with it. I think people get so sucked into how many followers have I got?
Because I remember when I started Instagram, I didn't like it at all because it was this whole, I'm following you, and then I'd follow them, and then they'd unfollow. And I was like, what's this about? Yeah. And so you are focused on the numbers at the beginning. There's no denying that. Yeah. And I remember thinking, I've got to get to 1,000. Why? Yeah. But that's how I felt. And once you got there, I remember my dad saying to me, you've got 800 and something followers. Imagine them all outside your door. Yeah. And I thought, you're right. Yeah. Actually, you're right. Yeah, and there was just tons of sacrifices. Obviously, you don't just drop a corporate salary and just go, oh, this is lovely. Yeah. There was loads. And very hard. And there were a lot of times where we both thought, is this worth it? Do I go carry on? Do I need to get another job? I did have to get some extra income doing, you know, little PA jobs here and there.
What have been the career highlights so far?
I think the career highlights is the client base. Yeah. So it's been kind of, now I think I've visited over 120 houses.
Wow, amazing.
So that's a massive
And this
highlight.
is all in the last 18 months then?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And it's just
some
crazy.
Celebrity houses as
Some
well.
celebrities, yeah. So that was obviously strange at first when you first got the call from, you know, the first celebrity. I just thought, oh, this is it. Yeah. But actually,
who was the first one? Can you say?
Yeah, it was Gemma Collins.
Love. I feel like you two are like meant to be best friends.
Yeah, well, do you know what? She is such a laugh. I really get on with her, and she's really supported my business, and she's given me such great advice. And the first bit of advice was value your worth. Amazing. You know, she said you don't need to do this for free. I'm going to pay you. And because you don't know.
Yeah, you don't know. It's all a new game. None of us know.
And also, so much of it is confidence, like believing in yourself. It's the same thing value your worth. Like, you have to believe in yourself
That's amazing advice.
It is. It really was. And I have definitely come across some celebrities that have wanted my services for free. And do you know what? The people I would rather give the free service to are the people that can't afford me.
Yes, amazing.
Yeah. So absolutely, I say no, and I say no to their agents, and I will continue to say no.
Good.
I know, exactly. Just for numbers, like it's not even worth it.
It's not worth it. And so talking about, people who really need your help, you brought the book out last year, Mind Over Clutter, and I feel like there's going to be loads of mums sitting at home, sitting in a mess, just thinking, I don't even know where to start. Yeah. And decluttering is good for your mental health.
So it's exceptionally good for mental health. For me, I was slightly naive going into the business and not seeing that link. I didn't see it. Yeah. Probably was my own therapy. So I did suffer from postnatal depression after having my second daughter. And subconsciously, I think that's where it really kicked in for me. And helping others. Yes. I did, yeah. But to be honest with you, it was recognised pretty quickly, and by my best friend and my husband.
So how do you feel like mental health can be helped by decluttering? I feel like, if you're a mum and you're just sitting amongst a load of toys and you feel quite down, where do we start? So
the book, Mind Over Clutter, really does break that down for everyone, and I've written it in a way that it's just easy. It's going to be like a go-to book, because when you're a mum, like here you've got 1 minute you're putting snacks, the next minute you're changing a bum, and then you're putting them to sleep, and then you're like, oh, I've got to do chores.
Yeah.
When do you get time to read a book? So it's a really good, you could literally look through it, put it down and go, oh my God, add that to your list or to your phone. Exactly. So for me, the best advice I would say is get yourself a notepad and a pen, or, you know, use your digital note and on your phone, and start planning what you want to declutter or what you want to organise. For example, if we're in, you know, this room, you might go, right, there's some storage over there, I want to go through those cupboards, but when? If you planned it out on a notepad, you'll be able to look at it, and when you get a moment, you'll be able to go, I can do that now.
So thank you so much for joining us. It's
You're
so nice to have a chat.
Oh, I could have chatted all day. I love it.
Literally all day. But you're not finished yet. We need you in the utility room because you've got some organising to do.
Okay.
Girl, just came here for a break. Doesn't get a break.
Thanks